Hello, welcome back to Jeevers Golf Channel. My name is Hans Jeevers. I'm a PGA Tour fantasy golf contributor for Fansided.com and ProGolfNow.com. I want to thank you for coming and checking out my channel. From my subscribers, thank you so much for continually checking me out on a weekly basis. And if you're new to the channel, thank you so much. If you don't mind hitting that like button, it does help me out with my algorithms and getting my content out there, which is obviously beneficial to me. So hopefully my picks and data, etc., help you on a weekly basis. If you don't mind helping me out, that'd be great as well. Certainly appreciate you. So today we're talking about the final round FanDuel contest for the CJ Cup at Shadow Creek. And I'm taping this show on Saturday morning. So we have 2 rounds of play in the books, which is obviously a good thing. We get to see how these players are performing on the golf course. This week, of course, being Shadow Creek. So we know how they're performing through 2 rounds, which obviously could be evident to how they'll perform in the final round on Sunday. So I should mention, if you're coming to check out my show this morning and you want some picks regarding the DraftKings Final Round Showdown, you can certainly utilize some of the information I'm providing for DraftKings Showdown slates. However, just keep in mind the rules are different from the FanDuel and DraftKings side of things. DraftKings likes to look at the finishing position at the end of the tournament when they do final round slates. FanDuel does not. So that's a key thing to look at. There's no bonus for finishing position on FanDuel single round slates. So let's dive into my picks real quick. I will say my article was published this morning regarding this contest on Fansided.com. You can go check it out for free. There's no cost involved to check out that article. So first off, on the FanDuel slate, I'm going with the X-Man, Alexander Schauffele, one of my favorite golfers. I will say that. There's a little bias involved. He is playing outstanding over the last year. Of course, we're supposedly now in a new season, but it's hard to feel like it's a new season when they had 2 weeks off before they started playing again. However, the X-Man did take 3 weeks off after the U.S. Open, and he said he felt like he needed to do that. He took 10 days off, kept the clubs away from him, and loved the heart from the guys. He said he felt almost guilty for not practicing, but he felt like he had to mentally recharge. Also like the fact that I saw on social media last week that he's using a new set of Callaway irons that he reported that he almost shot a 59 with a few days before the start of the CJ Cup. He missed a putt for 59. That sounds like a good thing to me. So I will say, coming into this event at the CJ Cup, he has 9 consecutive top 25 finishes on the PGA Tour. Xander is just a money player. He comes to play. And as you can tell there, 9 consecutive top 25s is outstanding. I should also report that in his last 6 final rounds played on the PGA Tour, the X-Man has a final round scoring average of 68.10. Next up on my FanDuel slate here in my selections is Tyrrell Hatton. Comes in on the slate at 10,900. The Englishman won the BMW Championship in Surrey, England last week, took the long flight all the way over to Nevada, and is playing in the CJ Cup. And he was the first round leader of this event, and he admitted that he had massive jet lag, but played well regardless. So if the man can play that well with little sleep and rest, how well is he going to play when he's rested? Let's hope he's rested for the final round. So I do see a guy that's rather hungry, and I just love the look of Hatton's game. So through 2 rounds of play at this year's CJ Cup at Shadow Creek, he's in second place with a score of 11 under par. I just have a feeling he's going to pop this week. I think he may even win this event. So we'll see. Next up, I'm going with Sungjae Im at 9,900. I think the pressure of being a major he's sponsored by the CJ Cup, by the CJ brand in Korea. And I think the pressure of that got a little bit in his head, and he did not play very well in the first round. He's a young guy. He's only 22 years old. However, after shooting a very poor first round, he came back in the second round, shot 3 under. I think that the pressure of his sponsor being the title sponsor of this event is past him. I think he's going to play well the rest of the event. In the last 6 final rounds played on the PGA Tour, M has a final round scoring average of 68.16. This may not be relevant to this particular video, but I would tell you this. If I was investing stock in a golfer and money in a golfer long term, let's say the golfer was stock, my number one guy would be Sungjae Im. The guy is outstanding. He's an outstanding player. Okay, so Sungjae comes in on the slate at 9,900. Next up, the American Russell Henley comes in on the slate at 8,500. He has 3 top 25 finishes in his last 4 events on the PGA Tour, including a 9th place result at the Wyndham Championship. One thing I like to look at when I have the ability to look at play as it's ongoing in a tournament like we have here, I have 2 rounds in the books. I'm able to look at statistical data, how guys are performing on a particular golf course. I like to look at that. Obviously, that could be a good illustration of how someone's going to perform in the 4th and final round. So after 2 rounds of play at the CJ Cup at Shadow Creek, in relation to the field, Henley is currently ranked 5th in strokes gained approach, 2nd in strokes gained putting, and 3rd in strokes gained ball striking. I like Henley's game as he also reported in a press conference after the round that I observed that he felt refreshed after a few weeks off. Although he did play last week, it was his first tournament back after 3 or 4 weeks off. So I like Russell Henley in this slate. I also like his cost of only $8,500. Next up, I'm going with Jason Kokrak. Kokrak has 4 top 17 finishes in his last 5 events on the PGA Tour, including an impressive 17th place result at the U.S. Open last month. And finally, I'm going with Kevin Streelman, 41-year-old American. He has 4 top 10 finishes on the PGA Tour in the last 12 months, including 2 second-place results, a 2020 AT&T Pebble Beach Pro-Am second-place result, and the 2020 Travelers Championship. He also finished runner-up. He's not the kind of guy that's going to get you 10 consecutive quality finishes, but he will pop when you least expect it. He is a journeyman. After 2 rounds of play at the CJ Cup at Shadow Creek, in relation to the field, Streelman is currently ranked 2nd in strokes gained off the tee and 12th in strokes gained tee to green. So there you go. There's a quick synopsis of my picks for the final round of the CJ Cup at Shadow Creek. If you don't mind hitting that like button, I'd certainly appreciate it. Go check out that article at fansided.com. Take care and have a great day, and let's enjoy tomorrow's final round of the CJ Cup at Shadow Creek. Take care.